welcome to another session of Bits and Bites with Mrs. Lewis.
You didn't feed the dog? And you didn't wash the dishes?
I was going to do it, but I just had to study for my IT test.
Yeah, and you know it's nowhere you're going today, right? Not even by the neighbor. But
Man, nothing.
no lime, no friend, no PS5, no nothing.
Now here now, you see that scene we just watched there? That might have feel like pure bacchanal. But all you want to know something? That right there, that was actually Boolean logic in action. Yes, you see how she say, so you didn't do this, and you didn't do that, and then hit you with the no line, no friend, no PS5, no nothing? That is logic, Trini style. And if you understand that, then trust me, you're already on your way to understanding logical operators. And today, we're here to learn a little programming. Specifically, we're here to learn about logical operators in programming. So let me go. Alright, so for those of us who like things, a little more official, like Ministry of Education, CSEC stamp of approval kind of thing. These are the real lesson objectives on the screen. So take a moment to pause the video here and take some quick notes. Or, better yet, take a screenshot now. Yeah, I know. It looks like a lot, but don't worry. We're breaking it down Trini style, bite by bite.
Mrs. Lewis, you said today's topic is logical operators, but what is logic anyways?
Well, look at you being great. That, my dear, is an excellent question, and I'm glad you asked. Now, logic is really about applying common sense in real life and in computer programs. It's how we make decisions every day based on whether a statement or a condition is true or false. So, for example, like if you wake up late, then you're missing the maxi for school for sure. Or if you're in study, then you're failing the exam, right? In IT, logic tells the computer, if this happens, then do that. It's all about decision making, but with clear step-by-step rules. No guesswork. Does that make sense?
Oh, right. So then, if logic is how we make decisions, then what is a logical operator?
Ah, boy, I love this energy. I like these kind of questions, It's like we come here to learn today, boy. So we could define logical operators as a symbol or keyword used to combine or modify conditions, Boolean expressions to produce a true or false result. They allow us to create complex decision-making logic in programming. So what we need to determine is how exactly do we use logic when we're writing code or solving an IT problem. Well, that's where these three fellas come in. And, or, and not. We call them logical operators because they help the computer make decisions by comparing things, specifically by checking the truth of different conditions. You will see these in your pseudocode and programming languages. The same rules apply. You could think of them like bouncers at a party. Now you see these operators, they check in conditions and help decide what action your program should take. But here now, this thing's still feeling a little vague, right? Let us use our imagination a little bit. Let's say I own a nightclub and the name of the club is Club Logic. Anyways, you see in my club, it have rules to get in. So I hire in 3 bouncers to manage the door and really run things behind the scene. And trust me, them is the real operators. These 3 operators get to decide who getting in and who going back home. Let me introduce you to the squad, the real decision makers.
If you don't have this, rule 1, and that, rule 2, the answer is no. No entry. My name ain't Digicel or B-Mobile. I don't give bly.
Meet Mr. An, the serious one. He real no nonsense, he real strict. As far as he is concerned, you must follow all the rules all the time. Otherwise, no entry. With he, everything had to be right all the time. If you even miss one thing, Mr. An bouncing you straight back outside. He don't bend, he don't play, he don't negotiate. All rules must pass, no exceptions. Now you see this one? He just built different. is a whole different vibe. He real cool, real calm. This is Mr. O. He more chill and laid back. But don't get tired, he running things too. But he just more flexible. Just follow at least one of the rules. And you're inside. He not too fussy. Just give him one reason to lay in, and you're in. And then we have, last but not least, Mr. Not. He kinda salty, a little rebellious. I just call him Captain Opposite. Whatever you give him, he flipping it. He literally does the opposite of whatever you tell him. If a condition is true, he make it false. If it's false, he make it true. So now you meet this squad running Club Logic. Mr. And, he checking everything. AKA, he requires all conditions to be true. Mr. O, he easy once you bring something. AKA, he requires at least one condition to be true. And Mr. Not, well, he just like doing the moves. He flips the truth of a single condition. Together, they help computers and people make decisions using logic. So let me test them out in action. Welcome to Club Logic, a place with rules enforced by our 3 head bouncers. Mr. O at the main entrance, Mr. And at the VIP lounge, and Mr. Not at the premium VIP. Tonight, we're joining Cassie on her journey to the top of Club Logic, where she'll have to use Boolean logic to get in. Let's see if she makes it past all the bouncers.
For the main entrance, the rule is you need a ticket or you need to be on the guest list.
Now Cassie wants to enter the club. She does not have a ticket in her hand. However, the bouncer, Mr. O, finds her name on the official guest list. Given the club's rule, will Mr. O allow Cassie to enter? Yes, because at least one condition must be true. Because at least one condition was met where her name was on the guest list.
And attire meet the requirements.
Our level 2 VIP lounge with the AND operator, the rule is you can enter if you have a VIP pass and you meet the dress code. Now Cassie wants to enter the VIP lounge. She is holding a valid VIP pass and she is wearing a stylish knee-length dress and heels. Given the lounge's rule, will the bouncer Mr. And allow Cassie to enter? Yes. Because remember, the rule for Mr. And, all conditions must be true. So the condition, if she has a valid VIP pass, was that met? Yes. For the condition, does she meet the dress code? Yes. Hence the reason Cassie will get access to the VIP lounge.
Oh, excuse me.
Hold on a sec, no phones allowed in here.
Cassie has made it all the way to level 3 Platinum VIP lounge. And here we have Mr. Not, our bouncer. The rule for this section is you are not allowed to enter if you are using a cell phone. Now Cassie has made it to the final level. As she approaches the exclusive Platinum Lounge, she is excitedly texting her friends to let them know where she is. The bouncer, Mr. Not, watches her approach. Given this strict rule, will Mr. Not allow Cassie to enter the Platinum VIP Lounge? No. Why? Because Cassie was using her cell phone. Therefore, she will not be allowed to enter the VIP Lounge. So how can we definitively prove the answers to these questions? How do we test all possible outcomes? So to systematically figure this out, we use a powerful tool called a truth table. A truth table is a diagram used in logic and computer science to show all possible outcomes of a condition or set of conditions. It helps us clearly see what the result will be when certain inputs are true or false. Next, we'll explore exactly what a truth table is, and then we'll apply it to Cassie's scenario to determine if she truly qualifies for free entry. But before we do all of that, you might be asking yourself, Miss Lewis, why do I really need to know this truth table thing? How is this going to help me? Good question. It isn't just about passing a test, it's about developing some truly essential skills. First off, learning truth tables help you to accurately analyze and predict outcomes in any logic-based problem. Think about it. If you understand how the conditions interact, then you can forecast exactly what will happen. It helps you to see all possibilities so you're not just guessing. Secondly, this whole process supports structured reasoning and algorithmic thinking. When you work with truth tables, you're training your mind to think in a clear, step-by-step manner, just like a computer. And that kind of organized thinking is valuable for any problem solving, not just IT. And finally, for those of you preparing for your CSEC IT exam, mastering truth table is crucial because it directly develops the skills you need to confidently answer those questions involving logic and control structures. It's all about being prepared, being smart, and being able to track those challenges head on. So as you can see, truth tables are far more than just a theoretical concept. They are a practical tool for sharpening your analytical mind and boosting your exam readiness. Alright, so here we have a truth table that fully explains the AND logic operator. Remember the core rule we talked about. For AND, all conditions must be true for the result to be true. Let's look at it carefully. We have our two conditions, A and B. In the first row, if condition A is true and condition B is also true, then the result of A and B is true. This is the only time for the AND operator that you will get a true result. Everything must align. Now look at the second row. If condition A is true, but condition B is false, what happens? The result of A and B becomes false. Why? Because not all conditions were true. One false makes the whole thing false. The third row is similar. If condition A is false and condition B is true, then result is still false. Again, that single false condition means that the AND statement cannot be true. And finally, the last row, if both condition A is false and condition B is false, then naturally A and B is definitely false. So the key takeaway from this table and the AND operator is clear. You only get a true when every single input is true. It's a very strict rule. Let's analyze the all logical operators truth table. For all, the rule is precise. If any condition is true, the result is true. Look at our conditions A and B. When A is true and B is true, A or B is true. If A is true but B is false, A or B is still true. If A is false but B is true, A or B is also true. The only time A or B becomes false is in the very last row, when both condition A is false and condition B is false. So the key takeaway for OR, the result is only false if every single input is false. Okay, so quick recap to sum up the session. We've journeyed through Boolean logic, Trini style today. You've learned how AND, OR, and NOT are the core logical operators guiding all computer decisions, from truth tables to flowcharts and pseudocode. Understanding these operators is absolutely fundamental for all your IT, problem solving, and programming journey. Good job, everyone.